Welcome back, friends and family, to Pre's Attic. Today we're going to talk about knee pain. Why might you have knee pain? Well, let's consider 3 common scenarios. You were born from birth out of the womb with a jacked up foot. Maybe you got some bunions. Yes, even children will have bunions. We see it. Maybe you've got a super low arch or another anomaly that suddenly puts your beautiful foot tripod, which ideally when it's balanced is a perfect kind of like base of support for your entire body. Put your foot tripod out of balance. And if we remember the foot below the knee, the foot bone's connected to the knee bone. Drags that knee out of alignment. The knee loves to do all these hingy stuff. Does not like to do these angle stuff. Hates the angles. Hates the angles. So, maybe you got a bad foot. Maybe you injured it. You know, you're 45-year-old guy. You still got it, right? The kids are playing basketball out back, the teenagers. You're going to go out and show them who's boss. But your wife tells you, maybe you should rethink that, honey. I mean, you're not a kid anymore. You're probably going to hurt yourself. And she's probably right. You know, she normally is right. The way she suggests to drive to the grocery store is probably more efficient. The way that she puts away the dishes from the dishwasher probably is the correct way. But you know, Jeff, every once in a while, you just want to do it your way, even though you know it's not going to end out right. And so you go outside and you play basketball and you hurt your knee. And she was right again. So you've injured your knee. Maybe you pulled, strained or tore your ACL or tore your meniscus or something like that. Third, maybe you just you've overdone it. Too much too soon with exercise. You know, you've been confined to your house, like watching Netflix, and you're like popcorn grease stains down the front of your shirt, and one day you just like somehow manage to pull yourself off the couch and go for a 1 mile walk, and you suddenly remember that there's light in the world and there is good. And so then you go out the next day and you feel great. You do 2-3 miles and suddenly you're running. And day 3, maybe you've even taken a shower by day 3, but you're feeling like Rocky. There's birds singing in your ear. But day 4, you're doing a 5-miler. Another 5-miler day 6, and day 7 you wake up and you're like, your knee is like the size of a watermelon. You're like, I'm so old. What happened? The youth is wasted on the young, folks. So maybe you just overdid it. So you got knee pain for one of those reasons. Let's talk about what you can do to help it. Now, first of all, let's just make sure that your shoe isn't completely worn out. When your shoe is worn out, it's no longer a stable base of support, and it can, drag that foot out of alignment, and that's no good. So we're going to assume that's not the case. Let's talk about certain types of shoes from a design standpoint that can be good for you. First, maybe a zero-drop shoe would be great for you. Zero drop refers to the fact that the heel height and the toe height is flat. This is similar to like walking on the ground. There's no raise under the heel. Many athletic shoes have a raise under the heel. Even it doesn't have to be much, even 10 or 12 millimeters. If you're European, you'll understand. Then that subtle difference going to a zero-drop shoe can actually impact biomechanics in a way that can help your knee. There's research to support this. Maybe you just need the biggest, fattest, marshmallowiest shoe imaginable between you and the ground. If that's the case, this Hoka One One shoe may be the trick for you. Or maybe you need a shoe that is a little bit more firm and stable, that you can't fold it in half. Most podiatrists, physical therapists, they recommend a shoe like this because they see a lot of patients with pain, and this type of shoe just kind of stabilizes, gives you a stable platform of support. Now, if we take the liner out of a standard shoe, it's typically just a piece of foam, and the intention of this is to keep your foot from getting blisters on the stitching and the overlays on the inside of the shoe. And this can be replaced with an insole. So number 2 on our strategy for helping your knee pain is potentially considering an insole. You may have that foot that needs that extra support to keep that tripod in a neutral position. And that insert with this hard plastic cap, oftentimes tinted to the medial side, posted to the medial side, can do wonders. Third, you've seen people post knee surgery, either ACL, a knee replacement, wearing these compressive sleeves. Just that compression on the joint stabilizes things and is helpful for pain as well. And this can be a very simple that you can still exercise with. In fact, all this you can exercise with, but you hardly notice you're wearing it. Guys, I hope that was helpful for you today. Next time, join us again up in Pre's attic. That didn't sound good.